Okay, so I'm out here today. We just had about a little, almost an inch of the light fluffy stuff, I call it. It's a nice day. Taking a look down the sidewalk. Just covered 2 driveways in the neighborhood, and just this boulevard sidewalk that you can see facing down that way. And what I'm doing is I designed a new shovel for this, specifically for light snow. And the principle of the shovel is this has a little bit of a unique design. I'm just using a wooden handle right now, but the design is actually within the blade of the shovel itself. It's a little bit scooped, if you will. And the intention behind that is set up so like a traditional snowplow, that when you get to the side of the sidewalk that you'll be able to push like a snowplow does. We have some breakers, so when the snow accumulates that I'm able to cut into that pile. I'll give you a real quick example. Like right here would be a pile. So with the blade I'm able to graze through it, and I can groom the sidewalk with this. It's specifically designed with the intention to be able to snow shovel or rake areas on your lawn. Like we have an area that we have to store our fire pit, so that area there's no sidewalk there, so we do a lot of burning and stuff like that. And so this would be an example of how it works, just to rake a grassed area. As you can see right here, the simplicity of this one is it just combs right over the top of the grass. Normally you would not be able to do this with any kind of a shovel. The area right here that's bent, it kind of cuts through the drifted area of the snow, and the weight factor in the design just lets it cut right down, and then it floats over the grass. So another thing that will occasionally happen when you're on this particular sidewalk, we end up and we get a drifting that occurs, and I have to rake it a little bit more than what you would have to what you could with the shovel. But the problem is I use a walker for a majority of the time because I suffer from a lower back injury. And so I've been designing some shovels that are going to help me still get out here, get some good fresh air, and still be able to just be out in the neighborhood, watch cars as they roll by and stuff, and still be functional. So just a few seconds ago we had a little ice break, but this is how this thing works. I have a hook design on it, so when we come to this area, after I break through the drift, I'm able to just grab a hold of it and pull it back up off of the side of the sidewalk. I'm going to give you a demonstration here. This is a normal typical drifting, because we have an open area in this part of the neighborhood. So the wind gusts from the high school all the way through here, so we get drifting onto the sidewalk. And usually that's as you can see right here, as I'm grooming across here, I've got a pretty good drift, maybe about, I want to say 1.5 foot drift that goes onto the sidewalk. Of course, just before I started shoveling, one of the neighbor kids managed to walk through and compress the snow onto the sidewalk. So that's making it a little bit more difficult, but all in all, not too bad. So as you can see, I just drop it down. The weight of the blade itself actually cuts down. I can do my cuts. I can tailor them. See how I just grabbed that whole snowdrift? Because the weight, it's just the design, and the bottom of it it's hooked. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see any of this today with the lighting out here, but it's hooked, so it kind of hooks onto it, and then it grabs it. So then I'll just turn around and like I said, I'm able to just grab a hold of it and flip it back up off onto the side of the sidewalk. So I'm pretty excited about it because it is causing no stress on my lower back at all. This is a particularly different type of a situation. It's not normal. What I've been trying to do is get out here as the snow comes, you know, maybe a quarter of an inch. I'm able to just come out, and this is further down from where we live, so I'm just kind of helping the neighbors out here and getting their snow out of the way for them. And now I'll give you an example of what I was talking about. This drift, if you look at it, it's drifted up pretty good. It's hidden underneath the sidewalk, so I didn't even know this drift was here. But this is all I do, is I'm able to just set it down and break away. Look at it. See that? I just broke away that big chunk. Hit it, just dropping it down. I'm just letting it take on its force, and it's just is so awesome. Let's say that. Now, this sidewalk is usually taken care of with a snowblower, and so he likes to keep it nice and tight up against the grass line, so that's helping out too. But like I said, because of the weight of it, I'm just able to separate it and then just come back and push it in, and it kind of dissolves that entire drift. And if I wanted to groom this out, I can groom it out, make it a little bit more presentable for the neighborhood. But so that's I'm just going to continue on. Probably got about 10 more minutes here of I don't know, shoveling, raking, whatever you want to call it. But I think it's not causing any stress on me. I would not be able to do this with just a regular shovel because I can't lift the shovels anymore. So the whole concept behind this design is to limit the weight. It'll override the blade, but it'll push it also. So the weight never gets beyond. We haven't actually done the statics on it yet to figure out exactly how far it goes for the weight, but I can't exceed anything that's going to cause injury to my back. So that's the demo for today for the new shovel. Been working on it, the concept for a while. Just went to work, and this is the first prototype, so it's very hideous at this point. But the concept works excellently, if that's a word. And I'm just enjoying the day. So have a good week. That's the video for the day. God bless. Sorry I'm shaking around so much too, by the way.